Hey, Leo, welcome to your soul path reading. Okay, for those of you that are new, I am an intuitive. So that means that I'm channeling through the cards, through the camera, okay, into the energy field. And as such, sometimes what I'm being shown by spirit in the cards is not going to be traditional. Just take what resonates for you, leave the rest behind. For those of you returning, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm doing things a little differently for these longer videos. I'm doing them in order of the contributions to the channel. The condition, right, Spirit has said, is that from now on, right, whoever's going in, that's who we are giving the energy to first. Okay, so if you like, share, comment, subscribe, that will push your video to the top instead of the bottom. All right, so for those of you returning, just remember, I do love you all, but I am listening to Spirit, okay? So for the collective, all right, you're going to create something new. It's going to grow immensely. It might take a little while, all right, but really keep your heart in it, okay? Because I feel like this is something that's really, really coming out of some major manifesting that you have done. And see, here's the problem. 10 of Wands, right? Like you're holding yourself back based on this suppression, okay, of not wanting to look forward. It could be because it's going to take a long time. Like the example they're showing me, like, you know, when somebody starts out to be a doctor, right? You're like, oh, I'm going to go be a doctor. And then 5,000 years later, right, when you're just getting out of school, you're like, oh shit, I'm going to be a doctor, right? So Spirit is saying, right, don't worry about how long it's going to take to grow. Just know that it's going to grow into something really like abundant. All right. So this week we are looking at the I Ching, and I thought I did just put a little marker in where your theme was, and maybe I didn't. There it is. Okay, so everyone's getting a slightly different, you know, even more so than normal. I mean, obviously all readings are a little bit different, but everyone's looking at different I Ching. Okay, because I pulled the I Ching at the very beginning of the week for each sign. So you've got 70 changing to 68, which moves into 5. Okay. So this is the fly bothering the elephant. Mental business to ancestors. Okay. Patient, the ant. Waiting. Water, rain, over the earth. So internally, what you're seeing is the 38, which is opposition. And the 38 moves into a 5, right? Challenges. So again, I feel like your big challenge is the waiting game of letting something grow. Fire over the lake, water over heaven, right? Emotionally, you've manifested this. The fire is coming in to spark that alchemical process, but you have to be patient, right? The thing of the fly bothering the elephant, like, you know, I think that we're more disturbed by a fly trying to land on an elephant than an elephant is. Like the elephant just swats at it and just kind of moves on its way, right? It's our mental business, and it's the mental business over the ancestors, right? So again, it's the mental business, elephants being family, right? Perhaps what you are doing is going to go against the norm within your family, but you're changing your family's tree. You're changing your family legacy. All right. So let's go ahead and look here at what you need to know, right, to change your mental acuity, right, for this challenge. What do you need to know? Oh, that was weird. I'll show you why that was weird in a minute. Okay. How is Spirit helping you? Thank you. Okay, here on the bottom, breadcrumbs of bliss. Okay, you're at the beginning of something. Heed your pleasure principle. Okay, don't pull yourself away from this solid ground because you're seeking something that's more or less like a tease trying to pull you away. They're really showing me, you know, like in a relationship where the one breadcrumbs the other one just to keep them around, right? And you waste all of that time. So it's like, don't waste time, right? Things are growing, yes, but you're still on a trajectory forward. Okay. So, what do you need to know, right, for this forward movement? Okay. Thank you. Okay, and how is Spirit helping you? Loving this energy. Okay, here on the bottom, right? The Hermit. You just sit and wait, right? Sit and wait. Don't get into the emotions. Everything is coming to you, right? You're going to see, right? Like, look, oh, I'm going to see what I'm fishing for is going to come back to me rather than me having to run around chasing things. The chasing energy just pushes shit away, right? So, this is why I was confused. This is the back of the Hero's Journeys cards. So I flipped it over and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. That was the front. Okay, this is the 30, right? Very 3 of Wands. Moving forward. Dream redirection. Redream this situation. Wherever it looks challenging, Spirit is really telling you to redream this situation. Look at it from a different perspective, right? Like if you're standing on this, you know, shore thinking about how long it's going to take you to get to the other side, reframe it and be like, let me just enjoy this beautiful sunset that I'm not going to see from this side again. Okay? Because here we are, Aquarius season, right? You feel like this is just a wish, but they're like, wish granted. Okay? So, no worries there. So what do you need to get over this sort of challenge, right? Again, the Devil. Don't stop creating, right? You are creating like a ton. I don't know if you guys can see my eye twitching. I don't know what the hell's going on. I started taking some vitamin C that I used to take, acerola, right? And all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if I was deficient or what, but my body must be using it really quickly and then I'm getting deficient in other minerals. Okay, so Spirit is saying here, don't go back inward. Like, right, you're creating this, you're creating that, you're creating all these things. Don't pull that creation back within. Okay, that's shadow telling you that to pull back within here. Okay, because Queen of Wands, here you stand powerful, right? In this challenge, you stand in your power, holding your own light source, right? Again, you are the creation of your own light. You are holding your own light source. You are that fire, that sun, that happiness. It all comes from within you. Even the spider, right, is creating their whole world from within themselves. 8 of Swords in reverse. Again, Spirit is saying, listen, right, the only thing holding you in place is your own thoughts, right? This cage is open. There is really no challenge here but your own, right, mental business. Now, for some of you, 2 of Cups. Okay, it's the entanglement here of a divine partnership. Okay, that can be family, that can be lovers, that can be friendship. I do feel like both parties are very much trying to control things. Both have, right, the feminine and masculine, but both are portraying more masculine energies than the feminine. But again, right, Two of Cups, if you untangle, right, then you are independent. And the one thing that they're telling me here is that, so I was working on a new medicine wheel this morning, and they're showing me from the new medicine wheel this idea of, right, the mirror is definitely part of the medicine wheel. And the union is actually, right, when you've seen this mirroring, and when you come into union, you are really, right, like different minds, one heart. And so perhaps you're both trying to get the other to see things your way, and Spirit wants you to release that sort of an energy, right? Come outside of the box, right? Two of Wands. From the Two of Cups to the Two of Wands, right? Come outside the box. Use this moon's energy. I think it's on the 1st or the 2nd. And allow yourself to dream about this world, this new life that you are creating. Let's go ahead and look a little closer. Okay, tell me about the Devil. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, underlying this Seven of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like there could be fears about going after this. Again, like you feel like you had this life path laid out before you. Our real goal here is to break away from what we have been told our path is, and to almost like disembody ourselves from the human conditioning to create what we are truly here to create. Okay, Queen of Wands. There's the 8, right? The 8 of Wands, the communication. Again, you stand there in your power, in your light, and what you need to know will find you. Okay, just like you found this video, if it resonates with you, know that these messages are going to find their way to you one way or the other. All right. 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, Knight of Cups. There is light-hearted energy, right? And there's that 2 of Wands. That could be why you need to really kind of de-enmesh, okay, is what they're calling it, from this other situation. It could be that something very light-hearted, kind, loving, very different is coming in. Yeah, there we've got the Lovers. Okay, you can't have what you will see eye to eye with until you see heart to heart, right? That's what you have to do. The heart to heart is that sort of energy of coming into union, and then you realize that that energy is endless, so it doesn't matter, you know, you're on the same page even if you aren't of the same mindset. Okay, 9 of Pentacles on the 2 of Wands. This could be the problem, that this is a work situation, right? Maybe you want to start your own business, but it could be seen as a conflict to where you already work. Maybe you know that some of the people that you already have as clients might follow you. Or it could be that you are feeling something with someone that you're working with that you've never felt before. You know, my belief on the twin flame soulmate sort of union is that there's actually several types. Okay, I feel like there's 2 sort of types of twin flames. You have the twin flames that are more of the divine partnerships that were the two souls that came into this galaxy, this universe, right? This essence together, right? They were always yin and yang, and they came here together. Then you have the other type that is where a soul has decided, oh, hey, we're going to come embody in this lifetime, but we're going to both come into the, we're going to split up and we're going to come in here as two instead of one. And when you do that, right, then of course the only place you feel that home energy is with that person. Okay, because you are home, because you are one and the same. There are two different types of those twin flame unions, and everyone seems to treat them as one. Okay, and then soulmates to me are all karmic lessons, right? They're soul tribe members that we have connected with and said, hey, right, these are the lessons that I want to learn, and we're going to meet up right in this life and teach me. Okay, but there are two different types of soulmates. All right, you heard it here first. So how Spirit is going to help you. Okay, how much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. Spirals are feminine, are creation. Okay, fractals. Weird is the new cool. Boldly express your uniqueness. I really love that both of these, 39 and 48, right, both are 12s. So it's like we're helping you, right, to pause a little bit, to see all the good coming in, to see all the good that's going to be at the end of this, to see all the light within yourself and this uniqueness that is meant for this world. Okay. Oh, apparently Oliver did not like that seat. He had to come over here. Yeah, okay. Sands of time. So are the days of our lives, right? When the emotions fall, that is when Spirit will really release the dams here. Okay, and let everything come through. All right, and then, yeah, it's going to come in hot, but it's going to come in strong. It's going to come in happy. Okay, right now, Mars is playing a big part, as is the sun, in our month. So let that energy keep propelling you forward with the strength of Mercury retrograde behind you, right? Speeding things up, speeding up those sands of time. So how is Spirit helping you, the world, right? Spirit is giving you something much bigger to release what was just not what you came here for. Okay, and the one thing I really love, this is all very, very strong feminine energy. Okay, and we really came in here, right, with a very masculine, right? That Two of Cups is a very masculine energy. Spirit is giving you all of this feminine power, whether you are male or female, doesn't matter. You've got all this power behind you, right? The Emperor. And this Emperor is very much in this feminine energy, but not letting the masses, society, other people's opinions kind of pull them in this energy of where they don't want to go, right? They're like, I'm in charge of me. Queen of Pentacles, again, I can sustain myself. I can support myself. I can create from my own garden, right? Her gown is coming out of the leaves of the trees, right? Like she has created herself from the world around her. Her hair, right, turns into the trees. She's overcoming that devil's energy, allowing herself to be the creator. Okay, the High Priestess, no longer willing to stand behind that old masculine energy. Okay, moving through that emotional energy with power. And the Nine of Pentacles, right? I'm doing this work for my own benefit, for my own happiness, for my own fruition, right? It's not that you're not going to have a partner, but you're doing this for your own benefit, right? And having that partner that you're side by side with really just makes it better. I do feel like this is not the kind of twin flame connection, if this is what you're got coming in, that is the two souls split in half, right? The bottom of the deck here, we've got that galactic connection. I do feel like this is two souls, the yin and the yang, that have always been together. Okay. So the world, Six of Cups, right? Finally coming home, right? I've seen the world that the way they've shown it to me that we came from, and I wrote about this in both, if not just one of my books, I don't remember, of the ones I just released last year. But I wrote about how we came here, what I saw, the world, it was very different. Like the air, the planet, everything was water. It was like we were mer people. And I love that this is this little tree house, like right on this watery energy, right? Like we're giving you back, right, this opportunity to be with, right, this deep connection. Okay, the Emperor, Temperance. Again, right, call out to those that you need on your path, Spirit says. Don't talk to those that are trying to control you. They really have nothing for you. Okay, Queen of Pentacles, Justice in reverse, right? You're going to ruffle a few feathers, but this is why you've done the shadow work that you've done. Okay, so it's like, this is why we've given you so much work, so that you could be this creator that you are meant to be. Okay, the High Priestess, Divine Timing, Wheel of Fortune. It's time for you to listen to your truth, to honor your truth, to know that you know what's best for you. And Nine of Pentacles, right? Again, you come back to the Devil. Some of you may worry that, right, like your bottom, there's that Two of Swords, right? You might worry that you're only looking at this person because you look at them and you're like, dang, you look fine on the eyes, right? But the truth is that it's much deeper, right? And why shouldn't you be with someone that it feels right with, that you feel like they look good, right? Does love not have to have like that sort of a factor to it, right? Allow yourself to explore why all of this feels the way that it does, right? Again, we've got the Devil here twice. Spirit's like, why are you pulling away from this, right? Were you told that, you know, sex is just for procreation, right? Or something like that. And you're like, oh no, can't go there, right? Figure out what those shadows are that are trying to keep you from this long-term abundance. Okay, what else does Spirit have for you? Okay, again, you're changing and you cannot control the wind or how long it's going to take for things to grow. All you can do is be within you, okay, and embrace that, right? The earth is changing you. You are shape-shifting. You can't hold on to the past, right? Here we go. Volcano, right? The power. Look, she's trying to keep herself in this world, in this energy, and then boom, right? Doesn't matter, male or female, but boom, everything's going to change. You're going to have that power of fire of creation coming in and really embracing it. Some of you could have done the fire codes already. The water codes are coming, okay? The pause here really is to determine, okay? Are you ready to master this change? Allow for it and let yourself speak the truth about what you are feeling inside, about what you're creating. Or are you going to let other people's opinions, their dark matter, attach to you? And that's how we get sick, right? Here we are, okay? The fluidity is to come into your own during this paused energy. We've got the paused energy and the paused energy, okay? The outer core. You will come through those water codes, through the emotions, okay? Into the sun, into... It's like, right, walking through this energy of knowing where you came from and where you belong, and really being accepting of it and loving of yourself for all of that. So what's the lesson here of the wind, right? Someone really needs to hear this. Resisting and causing stagnation. I'm pushing away or running from energies that I feel within this, right? I am tired from the climb, resting and waiting for the next steps forward. Yeah, there's a pause here, but the pause I feel like is to reduce that resistance, okay? Because there is an illusion of the separation between you and your divine counterpart. Okay, the volcano, solitude. You are in a state or situation of feeling alone, abandoned, and isolated. I create, that is fire. I create the distance in my relationships, seeking validation of my worth, right? You're using the fire to validate you instead of validating yourself and using the fire to create for you. Okay, dark matter, right? It's like you don't want to talk about the possibilities. Know that you're always open to new choices, and new choices are always available to you. I'm open to choose and follow my knowing by asking questions around my path. Ask your spirit guides. Ask those questions of your ancestors. Okay? And the emotions, the outer core here, surrender. The alchemy is you are open to letting go of expectations and receive what is for you. I'm lying to the life that I desire rather than fearing the life I am creating. Okay. So what else does Spirit want to share with you? Ooh, those came out fast. Okay, you're processing. The trigger statement here is that you're worried about the future, right? But the true statement is, I have the solution. Slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with the direction and purpose, right? Again, that's what Spirit is giving you here. A little bit of time, right? That's what we've got here, right? A little bit of time to figure out your emotions. Okay? And we've got grace. The trigger statement, what do they have that I don't? The true statement is we are all special. Allow your inner critic to be silenced as you find the perfection in yourself and those around you. Okay? This is calling on your heart to see the truth of you. To not allow breadcrumbs, right? Here we got Mercury retrograde. Consolation, okay? Trigger statement, I cannot go on. The true statement, my heart is light. Please hold space for feelings you have. Honor them and be with them. Your burden will be lightened, okay? That's that dark matter, right? You have to be with your emotions, recognize your emotions, honor them, release what isn't yours, process through what is yours so that you can move forward. Okay? Receptivity. Trigger statement, I am guarded. The true statement, my heart is open. Really work with those moon cycles, okay? There is a time for you to receive new information. Open your heart to receive it. Okay, so let's close it off with a Sacred Earth Oracle card. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, you get, I love this, the balance, right? There's yin and the yang here, right? It's beautiful. It's this balance of coming up here to, right, to this knowledge of this is where we came from together. Okay, very beautiful. Let's find it. Let's put my little old lady granny glasses on. The tedium or drudgery of a safe but unstimulating environment. Denying a problem worsens an outcome. Avoidance of the tough stuff causes dependence, stagnation, or loss of self. Make mistakes with the purpose of learning from them. Aim to manage stress rather than eliminating it. Minimize damage by turning a difficulty to your advantage. A challenge brings needed incentive. Spiritual meaning. Challenge helps you face and overcome fear. This challenge is a blessing that will in some way make you stronger and more resilient. Open yourself to the light of the world. Draw it into you. Be empowered by it and channel it into your environment for all to benefit from. Face all that comes your way and trust your ability to make change for the greater good. The insight here is that in deserts, deep sea volcanoes, and the near freezing waters of Antarctica, life persists in a show of creative resilience. Each pocket of life is linked to the temperature, soil, water, geography, and to all living beings in their shared environment. Energy enters a system as light and is transformed into nutrients that are recycled from plant to herbivore to carnivore until it exits the system as heat. Over time, systems fall into finely tuned balance. A disruption to one element impacts all parts of the system. When wolves were eradicated from Yellowstone National Park, the result was so dramatic that even the course of the river changed. When they were reintroduced 70 years later, there were fears the wolves might devastate the wildlife and cause havoc for the park. However, they brought the balance the park needed. Keeping elk on the move allowed young plants to thrive and erosion decreased. With the ability of saplings, beavers returned to the park. The presence of predatory pressure was necessary for a balanced environment. The impact of even a small change can ripple across every area of your life. Take comfort in knowing that pressure is a vital element for growth and abundance. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful energy there. So I hope that this helped you, Leo. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the week, right? I'm doing these 2 weeks of the soul path readings, and then we'll do one big week of love readings, and then we will move on to the forecast. All right. So much love, guys. Bye.